going to shit.
Yeah, my phone is going to shit, and that's the whole thing I've been saying for a while is my phone is going to shit,
Welcome
and
back,
it's been
guys.
terrible.
Welcome back, guys, to the Night Talk. I am your host, Dwayne Lanham, with your co-host yet again, Scarlet Anonymous.
Hello, everybody.
This
Yeah,
is
no,
some
I had to
fucking
put
bullshit.
earbuds. So you guys, earbuds made it work. I don't know why,
This is
but
some fucking
earbuds made it work.
bullshit.
Hey, I'm just glad that I can hear you now. Hopefully, everybody will come back and join us, and come back in and say hello to us and
You
enjoy
know, but
the rest of our broadcast.
like I was saying at the end when we were watching that video, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and I gave a fair warning that video was going to get heavy. That video was going to get disturbing.
Mm-hmm.
I gave the fair warning. I gave everybody the chance. If you don't want to watch the video, this is your time. This is where you might want to leave. Do your
Right.
thing.
Do your thing.
But I'm
Yeah,
I,
absolutely.
I'm on a roll with something because me and Charlotte was having this conversation earlier.
Well, and it's interesting because then I happened to see the found the part, right, where it's Luke 22 verse 63. Um Now the men who were holding Jesus began to mock him and beat him. They also blindfolded him and kept asking him, "Prophecy, who is it that struck you?" They kept heaping many other insults on him. And,
Yep.
after reading this Psalm 119, I'm sure that those are some of the thoughts that went through Jesus's mind. Like, they talk about too, like when he was getting ready, to be crucified, and there were other criminals there. They go, well, if you're the Messiah, why don't you just save us? Why
And
can't you
I
just
will
save yourself
I
and
will
me?
read that so people.
Yeah. And then
So
he says, um, today you will be with me in the kingdom of heaven. And, his last words on this earth were, Father, into your hands I commend my spirit. Which reminds
you
me
know
of the System of a Down song. Father, into your hands I commend my spirit. Father, into your hands, why have you forsaken me? That was my jam. System of a
that's a
Down.
good song.
Yeah, that song used to get me to cry.
So
Like,
so the verse I was talking about is Luke 23 verses 40, but the other go to 39 actually. Then one of the criminals who were hanging blasphemed him, saying, "If you are Christ, save yourself and us." But the other criminal hanging beside. I need to go into a different version because I can't do this.
what were you
KJV.
trying? I have like New Revised Standard Version that I've been reading out of,
Yeah, but my
not
other
our
Bible's right
Bible.
here, and my phone's right here. It makes it easier a
Yeah,
little bit.
it does. I mean, when you need options, so it's nice to have different versions. So
I can go into John and get the full one too. That's a good thing about
yeah, the Book of John has it as well.
it. That's right.
So I mean, we need to. I just shared a video with you that I got to go check out because um
It's not in here. Yeah, no, it's not. Wait, no, I gotta find it. Oh yeah. I gotta find it because John doesn't have it written in red.
mm, interesting.
Yeah, so only Luke has that story, which is interesting.
Yeah,
Which
it
is
is. Now, you know what was just sent to me that I find interesting that we're going to have to talk about right now?
can I read this verse real quick?
Okay. Uh, Yeah, you can. But this will be very important, and all you guys who, follow me or the network for seismic information or, even more, definitely you're going to want to listen to this. What's
So
up with all the different versions of the Bible? The Bible is written in many different versions. Lots of people have been allowed to edit the Bible and
the
change its
first ever
content.
version that was written was the NKJV, New King James Bible.
No, there was a Bible before the New King James Version. He just revamped the Bible. Yes, there was. The Bible
Oh yeah, there was.
existed
Okay.
before 1600. Please. King James lived in like 1587 and like 1623, like
Right.
those
Right.
times.
So here we go.
Oh, and now we can hear each other,
Yeah,
vagabonds.
total vagabond.
Yeah, because
Hear each other.
I had to put earbuds in. As soon as I put earbuds in, I could hear Dwayne. I don't know what
So
happened.
here we go. One of the criminals who hung there, hurled insults at him and said, "Aren't you the Messiah? Save yourself and us." But the other criminal rebuked him and said, "Don't you fear God," he said, "since you are under the same sentence? We are punished justly, for we are getting what our deeds deserves. But this man hanging here has no responsibility." Then he said, "Jesus, remember me when you come into thy kingdom." Jesus answered him and said, "Truly I tell you, today you will be with me in paradise." Because see, here's the thing. Both of the criminals hanging beside him were hanging because they stole gold, and when they were crucified, they had the gold around their neck. If you ever watch The Passion of Christ, they show that the gold, is on their body, in the bag of what they stole. And
Well, yeah, to show what you did,
this dude just started blaspheming God. And see, this dude got his vengeance because he
I
knew he
mean,
was
but do
burning
you
it.
blame this? Do you blame the man though? Okay. Your ass is up on a cross. You about to die. Okay. You might have some questions about faith at that point. I mean, honestly, truly, like, let's be real.
Right, but he knew he was condemned to hell the minute the crow got on top of him.
Right.
He knew once that crow started pecking at his head, he was a goner.
Right.
And when Jesus said, "Truly I tell you today that you will stand with me in paradise," them are the words you want to hear. Because now the words that we'll hear today is, "Good job, my good and faithful servant. You may now enter into the kingdom of heaven, or depart from me, for I never knew you." And there's a funny story behind that, because listen to this shit, right? And I'm probably 13, 14 years old at this time, Scarlett. And we went to this thing. It's called Judgment Day. It was so many churches do it, and they take you through this scene. When they're kids, when they're adults, when they die, when they go to heaven, and when they go to hell. Watch this. I'm not lying when I tell you this. We were standing there. We're in the scene where they're getting judged, right? Can you still hear me?
Mm-hmm.
We're in the scene where they're getting judged, and after they're done getting judged, I didn't know that this dude playing God had the list of our names, right?
Right.
You want to know who the first motherfucking name he called?
Dwayne.
Dwayne Lanham. Bro, and I sat down, I had to shit for like an hour. I almost shit myself. Bro, I was so fucking scared, bro. My mom pushed my ass. But then we go into this scene, into this next room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hell, smoked. And it smelled bad. Whatever the hell they put in there, dude, made it smell rotten. Like, oh my god.
It was probably like, I don't know, maybe like myrrh or something. I don't know, frankincense.
Like,
I
it
don't know.
smelled like rotten eggs, rotten flesh. There was animal skulls all in the room.
What
There
was
was
this, a sacrifice?
bones.
What the hell was this?
No, this is what the room for hell was.
Oh, right. I was like, what is that?
And so we're standing in there.
See how I picked
And
up on like ritualistic, like evil
right.
sacrifice?
So we're standing in the room, and there's a fence like this that kind of divots in,
Hmm.
and we're standing there. And bro, these other people that aren't the same characters as the next room, by the way, each room is a different character, completely different freaking person. You kind of
Right.
lose track of who's who throughout the scene.
Right.
And we're sitting there. I'm standing there. This is when I really came to Christ. Like, I know I was saved before. I knew I was, but this is when I was really convicted. Like, the one girl said, "Why she's in hell?" That I went to church. I did things. Scarlett, there's TV screens in this freaking room, and TV screens pop on. Scarlett, I told my mom I did not want to go in there. Right? I did not want to go in this room. My mom looked at me dead in the face and said, "You're going in that room."
Focus.
Why can't we see both of you? I'm on camera.
Because I turned my camera off because I'm doing things. So that's why.
Keep your
So, I
fucking
mean,
camera. Now people are complaining.
no, look, I don't care who's complaining. I have things to do. Like,
Oh my god. Oh, okay. So I just got that video you sent me, and I want to read this.
yeah, okay, so I
bad.
want to read it. It's mine because he tagged me in that. And so no, it's mine. Okay, so
Well, let me read the one verse. That way I can kind of set the tone.
exactly,
Can I read the
fam.
verse?
If I'm doing something private, I mean, sometimes you just gotta like adjust yourself or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just
Or
things that
when
I don't
Dwayne normally
necessarily.
doesn't have a shirt on, and last night I kind of broke that rule because it was way too hot in this room.
Well, I feel that though. Like, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, we try to present ourselves as, acceptable. But like right now, while I don't have a computer, like the quality of the show can only be so great because I have to use my
The
phone.
only, and I would tell you this, total vagabonds. The only time I ever dressed up, like dress shirt, jeans.
Thank you. Everybody loves my hair. Thank
You know,
appreciate it.
the only time that I ever wore dress shirt and jeans is when I was doing the
I know, and
FRNs
Dwayne
for.
does have a sunburn. It's like on his head. Like, you can tell where his glasses like reflecting off of his head.
Man, my face fucking hurts, bro. Like, it's been hurting all day. Like, I don't even want to talk about it. But the only
Has it
time
been
I have,
hurting?
bro, like,
Sad. I'm
I
sorry,
actually
Dwayne.
went to my friend's house and doused my face, and I almost had a vinegar. And dude, it
Did you
burned.
good?
Dude, it was burning the whole time I was dumping it on my face, like down my back, like my skin
But
just
then
started
it
feeling like it
cools
was
it off.
prickling.
But then it cools off, and then it's like, okay.
I was burning. It burned for like 5 minutes after, like I put it on. Like I'm just sitting there
That's
going
probably
like
because you've
this.
been rubbing on your skin and stuff. You know what I mean? Because it shouldn't burn.
Right, like, but like I say, the only time I've ever dressed up on here is when I did Minneapolis protest.
Well, you should dress up. I mean, I'm not wearing anything fancy right now, but I
But
think it's important. You know what I mean? I want to look good to,
but
other people and the listeners out there and have
right,
them
but
have
I'm
something
the
that's
night
easy
talk
to look
bro.
at, right? Yeah,
I'm the
on the
night
night
talk
talk,
bro.
on the night talk, I want to be wearing my pajamas, like for real. Like, cause it's the
That's what
night
I'm in.
talk. Like, that's what I'm
That's what I'm
saying.
in.
Like, I feel like pajamas are the way to go, man. Like, but I don't know if my
Girl, look,
pajamas are.
shorts and a black t-shirt.
I don't know if my pajamas are appropriate for the night talk though. So I don't know. Oh,
Bro,
you know
no,
what?
you want to talk
Hold
about
on. Give me a second.
inappropriate?
Hold on. Give me a second. I got my pajamas. Hold on. I'll be back.
He's going to put Jamie's on.
I am, because it's the night talk.
No, you want to talk about inappropriate fucking pajamas?
Yeah.
So
I
watch
mean,
this shit. When Kenzie was here, the only thing Kenzie slept in at night, because here's the thing about my fiance, she doesn't care that I say this.
right.
Her tits won't stop growing. My poor fiance is in an eye already, almost a G.
Ooh, yeah, that's rough.
So she doesn't wear bra at night because it suffocates her because it's going like this.
Well, yeah, it's probably gonna end up around her head and then suffocate her at night, you know.
So she wears a compression tank top.
Exactly,
jeans.
Pam, because that's usually, honestly, probably what I most often wear. And so it's like, yeah, I don't know if my pajamas are appropriate for the night talk. Thank you.
Or she'll sleep in nothing but a pair of underwear because she's with me.
Hi, Jean. How are you? Welcome to the night talk.
Hola, Jean. Welcome to the night talk. I am your host. And Scarlett is our awesome co-host / owner of the Freedom Revolution Network. And if you want to donate to the revolution,
whoop,
go to freedomrevolutionnetwork.com, click that donate button. I'm not just the only show on here. We have the original Red Pill Show Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We have Down the Rabbit Hole with Elle, which, for God's fuck's sake, she hasn't been on in a while.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I should reach out and see what the deal is.
We have Clarity After Dark with Scarlet Anonymous and Red Gypsy. And then on Sundays, we have favorite
Journey into Freedom.
Journey into Freedom with Red, where they talk about plants. They tell stories about going to this place.
It's our sister show. So
yeah, their
Clarity After Dark is our, my show that I created after Red Show actually came first. So if you wanted to go, yeah, it's the night talk. It's 4:30 in the morning here, so it's the night talk for me.
Bro, your camera's lagging so bad.
My camera is not lagging. Your computer is lagging.
No, girl, I'm telling you, on my screen, you are lagging so bad.
Well, I'm not lagging at all on my end. The viewers can let us know, but these are my pajamas, y'all. So I was like, ooh, I could put on these pajamas.
Girl, I like them all black pajamas.
I know, right? They're fly.
But the thing is with Kenzie though is like even like when I lay beside her, I literally had to put my arm like in between her breasts to keep them from stopping from like rubbing and everything and like going back in. I told you were. I told you.
I don't know.
Cam said you are a bitch, Scar.
Well, I don't know what I can do about that.
But anyways, I'm going to set the tone for what Scarlett's about to talk about. I'm going to read a couple verses.
Okay. Yeah. No, I want to read it. No, let me read it.
Can I read the one verse at the bottom?
What one verse at the bottom? It's not going to make sense if we don't read it all together.
I'm going to read.
Read the Jeremiah. Yeah. You can do that.
Jeremiah 4:28. For this shall the earth mourn and the heavens above be black, because I have spoken it. I have purposed it and will not repent, neither will I turn back from it, says Yahweh.
Right. You're East Coast. It's also 5:30 where Dwayne is.
East Coast, motherfuckers.
Ohio.
Now, don't fucking say it like you're fucking proud of fucking Ohio. Shut the fuck up. This is a pedophile state. Fuck out of here.
It is. I know. I'm sorry, Dwayne.
I gotta live there. I said
Ohio.
You said it in a proud way. But I've always said it from the great state of Ohio until I found out this is a pedophile state.
Well, I tried to tell you about that. Your state is #1 for sex trafficking in the United States, but you didn't want to hear it. So everybody.
No, because I've lived in this state for 5 years.
I know.
21
where
years.
did you? I was gonna say, haven't you lived in Ohio your whole life? I was like, I don't think you lived anywhere
besides 3 weeks of my life.
Okay, well, 3 weeks is not a big deal.
Not even
Hello,
3.
Indiana. We're all Midwest. Let's do this. Minnesota here. We got Indiana in the house.
Indiana is either Eastern time zone or Central time zone, depending on what part of Indiana you're in.
Yeah, just like Illinois. So it's interesting. So I got something forwarded to me that I'm going to read to you all here. There is, I follow a lot of interesting characters, right? And you never know where you can get good information from people, okay? And so you always have to be open-minded, right? And so there was an account on Facebook called Archangel Samuel, okay, who started following me and started commenting on some of my videos during the protests, actually. And after that, he tags me in a lot of the videos that come out, okay? Because he knows I'll rebroadcast and get the information out. Now, whether you believe this person is channeling Archangel Samuel or not, that's not the point. The point is the information that he brings. So I got this just sent to me literally at 4:15, so about 15 minutes ago. And so I wanted to read this because I find it important. And then after that, you could maybe show the little like minute video, right? Oh, let me take that off. There we go. So here we go. All right. I gotta scroll. The shifting of the creator's alignment tectonic plates begun the reversal at 10.1 degrees anticlockwise. Okay. So the blast in Lebanon had nothing to do with this explosives, nor Islamic or Israeli launching a missile. That's false, not accurate. They're lying, and as usual, it was caused by an erratic tectonic explosion, or in other words, two tectonic plates collided to begin the dismantling of the Middle East, Slovenia, Europe, Greece, Turkey, etc. And you will see an increase of earthquakes happening near Syria region border, as that's the major hub of one of the many human trafficking camps. Rigs of the deep state shadow government in the Middle East, besides Afghanistan, Saudi Arabia, China, and Wuhan, specifically Hong Kong, Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, India, and etc. Those places are places next to be flattened by tectonic bomb and by earthquakes, typhoon, etc. Do you ever wonder why the USGS always downgrades earthquakes even when it's useless to even do so? Mega catastrophic earthquakes are rumbling under earth, getting ready to birth destruction beyond description, building up all the wrath of the Almighty, the heat of his anger slowly boiling in his displeasure. The surface is well saturated to cripple the hearts of the wicked and destroy their glory, to bring down their kingdoms to ruins. The land will be split and separated by water, and fire will come up and engulf the earth, burning with lava, shall be the barrier of their punishment of no escape. Although Elohim, the eternal, merciful, showed them mercy and pardoned their iniquity, yet they wouldn't repent of their ungodliness before the Almighty. Revelation 12 speaks about the birth of Yellowstone and of the escape of the chosen elect ones in righteousness when Yellowstone explodes. And she will blow fire and molten rock like a dragon, like a powerful nuclear bomb, 1,000 times stronger, and further her wings will spread of destruction and chaos everywhere as she spreads out lava to activate underground, bringing sudden destruction to different nations. Luke 21:36. Watch therefore and pray always that you may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that will come and to stand before Yahshua, the eternal Son of Yahweh, Elion, Amaya, Ruach, Hakadosha. Matthew 6:1-4. Luke 21:25-26. There shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity. The sea and the waves roaring, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. The great Exodus, the final chapter. The reason oceans everywhere are receding in the north, south, east, west, and coast worldwide. The seventh trumpet will blast soon. Meager tsunami warnings will be resounding all over the earth like shofars from the heaven. Where will you run, O wicked ones? Who will save you when the Lord of the vineyards returns for vengeance against the unrighteous? Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then a sudden destruction come upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Greater tectonic shift will happen very soon again. This next one will take out the Caribbean islands. From Washington to D.C., there will be a great earthquake to split open the core of the tectonic epicenter plate that will divide America in seven separate parts. Thessalonians 5:3. For when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them as travail upon a woman with a child. For this earth shall mourn and the heavens be black, because I have spoken it, I have purposed it, and will not repent. Neither will I turn back from it, says Yahuwah El Elyon. Blessed are those who are counted worthy to escape. Amen. Now, that's interesting. Jean was raised in Ohio. She left Ohio when she was 18.
I went out of this state.
I know you do, Jelaine. You got to get out eventually. Well, you could come with me now. you know, you know, I was offered that if I needed people to like come and like live, you could. But I know you got your baby, so you can't leave.
That's the only reason I'm even still in. Yeah, and I hate to say this, and I hate to take you off topic for a fucking minute. I hate
No, it's
this
fine.
fucking state, dude, because this state is nothing but fucking gun violence, nothing but sex trafficking. I can't even go outside anymore without having to fucking watch over my back if someone's gonna fucking try to snatch someone up or try to snatch me up. I'm always carrying 4 or 5 knives on me in case one gets taken. Fuck, hate the state every fucking night. I hear fireworks. I lived in Canton for fucking 2 years. I have PTSD from fucking hearing gunshots every goddamn fucking night. Almost being fucking shot by a grip home. Fucking my best friend getting called a nigger right across the fucking street from me. And there's no fucking room for a black ass fucking
That
person
was
in a mask.
you're right. That was some BS. That's for sure. And this was after like all the riots and everything. So you'd think racists would try to be a little bit more low
Bro,
key.
no, this was like during. Like this was
It was
days.
during, but it was like maybe day 4 or 5. It wasn't like, you know what I mean? It was still enough
The
to
day
know
I
that
had
that
my
wasn't the way to
son.
act.
The day
Well,
I
it was
had
the
my
day.
son that Wednesday.
The Wednesday after the riot started. So like a week into the riots. Yeah. See what I mean? Like it was far enough to know that people were having an issue, right? But going back to what we just read, I think that, like I said, we're not going to take that necessarily as the gospel, right? But there's some interesting factoids in there, right? Such as like the US mentioning of USGS downgrades, right? All of us who are here who have been fans of Dutch or other people or listen to me or Ron or whomever, right? We all know the USGS downgrades. Okay. We all know that
They
they do not
downgrade
tell the truth.
earthquakes. They downgrade earthquakes like a motherfucker. Because I was just looking at the ones from yesterday. I was watching Ron's show yesterday. I popped in, wanted to see what the fuck was popping off, with the earthquakes.
Right.
No, we don't do it. I still do support Ron, even though the decisions, that he made, because he's
Right.
good at what he does.
Right. Absolutely.
And there is magma. Whoa.
See, and that's the point. And that's the point I'm saying. So what I'm saying is this dude confirms a lot of shit that we know who follow earthquakes and follow what would be considered alternative or fringe forecasting, right? And so we know that magma has been rising from magma plumes, and people like Terrell Blackstar or Terrell Darkstar, Blackstar, Terrell Blackstar, I think that's what his name is.
Terrell, I think it's Blackstar or Darkstar. Darkstar.
It's either one. Okay, but the point is that he's been talking about these magma plume chambers that kind of tunnel underneath the United States and tunnel into like Yellowstone and all these other places. Now he believes that there are other lava tubes, which I've been thinking for a long time with these bigger earthquakes, and then that makes room for this. That lava's been coming up to the surface for a while. You guys definitely over the last 2 for sure, because my thing has been whenever we've seen earthquakes and then we think of an area that's kind of seismically active that would be under a volcano, then starts getting fires. And that's a really weird chain of events. And I think how the fires are starting.
That's Pam?
Yep, Pam knows, because I think that it's showing that these things are finally starting to come to the surface to a point where it's undeniable, right? They're going to try to hide it as long as possible. Oh, Dwayne. No, Dwayne. Damn it, Dwayne. Dwayne, come back. Dwayne. Oh, gotta put my do not be alarmed. Dwayne's having a seizure. Dwayne. Come back to us, bud. Dwayne.
Ugh. Hold on.
You good?
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. Take a deep breath, man.
My computer fucking flickered and.
Oh, it got your ass? Yeah.
Yeah, like it fucking got my ass. I'm like,
So I told you.
That's why I went like this real quick when it fucking popped. That's why I haven't played my fucking game in all today, dude. I haven't played my game in like. Dude, I play my game one day, I take a break the next day. Play it one day, take a break.
You might want to get those glasses, like the blue light glasses.
I've got a pair on the way. Kenzie ordered me a pair.
Yeah, because that might stop the flicker rate from affecting you like that. Yeah,
no,
see,
right?
Ridgecrest, China Lake, and it makes sense because, okay, the fault broke there. We know this, right? With the big 7.1 that happened over a year ago. It was around this, maybe like a year and a month ago, right? So like 13 months ago, this happened, where we had the big 7.1. It was
I
the first few days
remember
of July.
that.
Yep, it was the first few days of July. And
First
we
few
started
fucking
to
days
see
of hurricane.
hundreds and thousands of earthquakes after that, right? And then, we've seen subsequently some, what we could say are significant quakes since, right? And we're starting to see an uptick in activity going upwards of fives and six all across the world, right? And it's coming
But
with
they're
an
not 5 to
intensity.
6. They're more.
Oh, I'm sure they probably are. But here's the deal. You can't have people get scared about what's about to happen. You see what I'm saying? So even
They're
if,
already scared because you can't tell they're coming.
well, here's the deal. If you have an earthquake during this COVID world, what's going to happen? It's going to be like a hurricane. So what are they going to do? They're going to tell people, and in that case, you really can't tell people to shelter in place because that's not something that you shelter in place over. So
No,
that's something people have got to think about. But, Svalbard in the last hour, 5.3, Uzbekistan, 4.9. We've got Indonesia, 5.3 an hour ago, threes in Alaska. We've got at least a minimum, I would say, of threes going upwards from there. We even had 4 hours ago a 2.6 in California, 2.4 in southeastern Missouri. We're getting activity back on Mayotte, which is interesting because if they're talking about that whole Middle East plate, rifting, it's interesting. Oh, and South Africa had one too. Bulgaria, Eastern Turkey. All of those areas are concerning. And why I say that is because those are all on that plate. Um, People have got to pay attention to that because that's a big deal. I wonder, did it register as a seismic blast? You still there, Dwayne?
yeah, I just read something pretty fucked up on Facebook.
No worries. I just wanted to keep looking because I'm looking at
Can
something
I
right
read how
now.
fucked up this is?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a Rick and Morty meme. This is so fucking stupid, and I can't believe how people put this on
Dude, the
Facebook.
creator of Rick and Morty is like a damn pedophile.
I
Eastern
bet there will
Turkey,
be
4.5. Romania. Northeastern Iran, 3.8. West of Gibraltar, 3.8.
right. You
See,
ready,
that's
Star?
very, very interesting that we would have that activity around the same time
What?
that the explosion happened in Beirut, is all. That we would have that much activity when we haven't seen South Africa really moving. We haven't seen Mayotte really moving. We haven't seen a lot of these places, like even Strait of Gibraltar, Lebanon, Syria region. So this one was a 3.3. I wonder if that was the one because they said that was felt a strong shaking effects, and a 3.3 does not shake like that.
You
Okay.
ready?
And that was a 2 kilometer depth. Hold on. That was a 2 kilometer depth. Like they said, shook the windows. This was a major explosion that caused seismic
Bro,
waves.
Iceland's getting hit right now.
That's what I just said. And Iceland has had a swarm of earthquakes that they've been telling people to be concerned over. So, Awaka, Mexico, 4.1, Chile, Indonesia, Svalbard. Like I said, a 5.3 in Svalbard, that's Iceland. Um, but I find it interesting that it did actually come up as Uzbekistan in the last hour, which means that is traveling along that plate. That's what I don't think people understand. That means that seismic force is traveling along that plate, and sometimes they can reverse charge. People always like to think that they only move the way that Dutch shows us, right? But we got to remember too, if it's like a back charge, you're going to have all that energy pent up right there and then pushing back and forward. So until some more energy comes through to push it out, this is what we're going to get.
Right.
And so I think that it's really important right now to be paying attention because with everything else going on, you could allow yourself to miss some details that then could affect you, because it did at least show up seismically as a 3, and people were saying that that was along with the blast. So just think about that. Whatever this blast was showed up on the Richter scale at a 3.3. That's not
Yes.
some bullshit. Like, that's some real shit.
Right. I'm gonna read this
So
from.
what the hell was it? Go ahead, Dwayne.
So this is fucked up. So 1958,
No,
Ted
your
Dorsey's
son
running
should already
yard
hold
for
on.
future.
I want to respond to Gene real quick before we go into that. Your son should be scared and leave California. Newsom is a dangerous character out there as governor. Some of these laws that they're coming out with, they've already banned worship in California. We were just talking about that earlier. That's a concerning thing when you start taking God out of the equation. And
My Savior loves my
I really
Savior.
hope that he finally sees, the light. But if he doesn't, that we'll pray for him. Okay, Dwayne, stop.
I thought I was muted. I'm sorry.
You're not. You can see if you're muted. Um, but if not, I still hope for protection for your son. And I hope that he finally, at least if he's going to stay, that he'll be protected, right? Because we don't want to see our loved ones in these terrible positions. I'm highly concerned for my parents. I'm moving away up, north, and
She's getting
I'm
the
getting
fuck out of
out of,
Minneapolis.
right, I'm getting out of the city, and I want my parents to do the same, but they just don't want to, I don't know if it's just because they're stuck in their ways or what it is, but I'm very concerned for their future. And I think that most people need to be away from cities as epicenters because of the control. If they can
Right.
control the more, you know what I mean, they're going to go to the place where they can control the most people, right? And so cities are going to be the first target. Not that it won't spread out everywhere eventually, but the cities are going to be the first place that they try to gain control and put their hooks in people. And I'll be ready on the second wave of the fight, right? Right. I hope so too, Gene. Because, I know how you probably feel. You're just sick. It's your baby. You don't want him to go through all this. You know what the world is capable of. And I'm sure you know about the New World Order and all of that good fun stuff. So to have your son not believe it, um, it's unfortunate. No, Dwayne just doesn't know how to say Minneapolis. And so that's where I am from.
And you say, I know how to say Minneapolis.
You did.
I said Minnie. I didn't say Andy.
I know.
But yeah, I'm gonna read this bitch because this is fucked up. This is really fucked
Okay.
up. I don't see how they put it like this on Facebook. In 1958, I bet there will be flying cars. 2019, I'm gonna come to my daughter's omelets when she is a kid, so that she will go luck a dude's dick and say, "Wow, it just tastes like dad's cooking." Then she will come ask me. Then she will ask me if I came into her food as a kid, and I'll say, "You've been sucking dick, haven't you?" Checkmate. With the Rick and Morty picture at the bottom.
See, Rick and Morty's, that dude has been proven. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen True News, but there's a couple years ago where they came out and talked about, there's a whole episode about this on True News, about how the producer and the creator of Rick and Morty are pedophiles.
I don't watch it anymore.
Right. And this is what concerns me too about just the whole atmosphere we're in. Everybody wearing masks. How do you identify someone who's perpetrating a crime against you? Right? Somebody has a mask on, they come up to you, they try to rob you. How do you then explain to a police officer, oh, so and so robbed me, but they had a mask, so I can't tell you what their face looked like?
Right.
So that's the only part that concerns me, especially for sex trafficking, for kitty diddlers. They could just, touch your kid and then nobody's going to know who the hell they are because they have a mask on their face.
And I want to say this, like me and Scarlett said it earlier, my state is my state is the epicenter for sex.
Right.
So watch this. If you ever look up the child,
dude, my hair is just out of control to me.
Have
Okay.
you ever looked at the child sex trafficking map to see which area is the worst? You're gonna see one small fucking state on the East Coast wrapped in fucking. That's my state, Ohio. Now, mind you, any motherfucker tries to grab my kid out of my fucking hand or out my like if he's holding my hand, I will tell you this: if I have a gun or if I have a fucking knife, I'm stabbing you in your fucking dick so you can't do it fucking again, or I'm going to fucking shoot you where you fucking stand.
Stab you in the dick.
I will
That was
stab you
real.
in the dick. If you're a woman and you try to steal my kid, I will put my blade up your cooch. No fucking lie. So I'm on one. I'm on one right now.
But I don't blame you though, because you know what? Once we start coming after the kids, that's when we really have to take a stand, right? Because that's something that we can't tolerate during this time. It's already
Where's
bad
your
enough kids
banner
are
at
messed
so
up
I
in
can
the
take it
head.
down?
Oh, I got it. Boop.
Okay.
Put that one
I'm
up.
no longer having a seizure.
It's good point. Good point to me. Good point.
You know, but like the thing is like, and I have the blame. There's someone that I can blame for this too because this motherfucker had a house here in Ohio. This motherfucker would have never got into fucking Ohio. It would have never gotten this fucking bad. If Jeffrey Epstein's fucking ass would have got himself in fucking New York or fucking Florida, or whatever the fuck it was, I wouldn't have to deal with this fucking piece of shit, goddamn motherfucking state I'm in. By the way, fucking Glenn Maxwell fucking released to the police over 100 fucking senators having sex with fucking kids.
There's somebody up here called Minnesota Citizen Lobbyist, right? And she's done a lot of work about looking into the kids, right? Because she's an actual child care provider. And, one of the things that she says, through all this that we're going through is that eventually we're going to be done selling kids in this country because the lie and the facade is over. Okay. And so one thing that we have to keep in mind too is that, all darkness will eventually be brought to light. Right? Go, Dwayne. Thank you.
And as a father, I am so passionate on child sex trafficking. I'm so passionate about it, wanting to stop it.
Well, Red and I became very passionate about it before the election.
Well, I'm about
because
to
Pedogate was a thing. Pedogate was a thing. Pizzagate was a distraction, but Pedogate is real.
You
right? And we had been talking about. I know I did, but we had been talking about Jeffrey Epstein for a long time before this shit ever came out. We knew he could be a key player.
Now watch this. I want to be a child sex trafficking advocate. For the kids.
Right.
And I'm going to try to find a way to fucking sign up for it and figure out how to fucking do it. I don't know how. I know Scarlett.
Did you ever meet any kids while you were in the system that had dealt with that? I'm sure. I just figured that
they weren't trafficked out of the state. I know I was trafficked around by my father. This is going to get really detailed here for a minute. My dad would sell me drugs, for rent money, for a place to stay, or hide from the cops. So as a kid, I dealt with that. And as I met a couple kids in the system that went through the same thing from their father or their mother, I seen that as a
probably started to realize that holy shit, I'm not alone.
I seen an actual girl who said no because her mom wanted her to go up and have sex with someone to get $125 worth of heroin. She said no, and they shot her 14 times with an AR-15, and she survived. I don't know where she's at now. She's under, I think she was under DHS.
Or witness protection or something. Yeah.
I didn't see her since the day we
See, and this is something that nobody wants to talk about. And with the pandemic, we got to think about how many kids who don't have a way to protect themselves and have no advocate anymore, have no one there for them.
I'm advocating for kids to at least be able to carry mace or a taser, not like a little kid, but 13,
Yeah,
14,
like I was just about to say
16.
12. I would say 12. 12, I think you
Yeah.
can understand, and you would get in trouble if you used it inappropriately. But 12, I think, is old enough to understand, but about the age that traffickers start approaching kids, right? Is about 12. And so, I've
Oh,
always told people too, they don't realize, like, even kids traffic other kids.
like, right,
When I
yeah.
was
But then,
young, they tried to bring me into a scheme that was like, oh, sell your friend. Like, if you got some loose friends who like to, screw around, you can set up a party and then you can invite these guys over and then they'll pay you for having your loose friends. And, there's whole schemes. I was almost brought
well,
into this whole scheme. Like, but I have a conscience and I could never sell, even though it was attractive money and probably would have been a lucrative business. I didn't want to use my friend's promiscuity for my own gain, right? But there are
right.
a lot of girls who do this. I know friends who got caught up in this scheme and then ended up being strippers, ended up being prostitutes, ended up being all types of shit because the culture is there even for kids to traffic other kids, for adults to traffic kids, for family members to traffic kids. It's not just as simple as, oh, creepy predators. It could
Right.
be
And
as
I want to
complex
show,
as two 15-year-olds and one's trafficking the other and the one doesn't know about it because my friend didn't know
right.
about it for over 6 months. She was being trafficked by this girl. I had happened to befriend this girl. She ends up admitting to me she's trafficking my friend. Back in the day, when you used to have like three-way, and you'd be on your house phone and you'd three-way your friends, I three-way my friend. I tell her I'm on the phone with homegirl. She's telling me about it. I'm like, holy shit, this is the time to catch her. I click over. I'm like, hold on 1 second, real quick. Click over, call my friend. I'm like, yo, I'm about to put you on hold. When I click you through, you need to be the fuck quiet and listen to what's about to happen. I get her back. I click the call through, three-ways on. She's on mute, listening, right? Homegirl's telling me all the shit that she's done to my friend. How she's gotten these guys and how she's gotten her to come over and she's getting paid by these guys and putting the money in her pocket. Well, at a certain point, my friend goes off mute and was like, what the fuck? Like, this is terrible. Um, and she got pissed at first. But then literally a few days later, they were basically out doing it in cahoots together. Like she was upset at first, but then was like, oh, so we can make money off of this. And then they would find unsuspecting other girls who were like loose girls who would then go and they would take money from them because they were in on it, so on and so forth. And so I don't think that people actually realize that there are children who traffic other children and
And I want to give a
it's
profile
real.
behind, I want to give a profile behind child sex traffickers, because I've done my research enough to build,
Well,
you
that's what I
know,
mean. You know what I mean? You never know if somebody's
can
gonna come
I,
after you for trapping their ass. That's real,
right,
MGTOW.
and watch this, I'm going to give the, the profile behind traffickers because I've done my research enough to build a psychological profile, a forensic profile, and a mental profile on traffickers. So
Right.
watch this. Traffickers normally start at parks. They start watching people. Parks, restaurants, their swim meets, their school. They'll follow them. They'll see what their daily routine is, right? So here's where
Mm-hmm.
the mental obsession starts. If you go on the DSM-5, it's under. If you go into the DSM-5, it's under pedophilic obsession. It's mental obsession,
Mm.
and the thing is in the frontal lobe or the right side of the brain.
Oops. Right.
So most traffickers or pedophiles start anywhere between the age of 15 and 25. It is not
I
common
can
for
see that.
an older man like 50s in his 50s, I'd say anywhere between his late 30s and early 50s to start doing this. So they had to have
Well,
the
hell, even
tendency,
younger. Hell, I've got
right?
stories. I can't
Well,
tell you
hold
how
on,
many times when
watch.
I was 14. Hold on, let me just say one thing. I can't tell you how many times when I was 14 that I had 18-year-olds, 21-year-olds, 22-year-olds trying to get with me. Well, be my girlfriend. Da, 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 da. You're so mature, Scarlett, blah, 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 blah. And of which I was, okay, of which I was. But looking back on that shit now, it's like, what the hell was wrong with them? I was a little girl. What the fuck was wrong with them? Like, seriously, how could you even? How could you even?
So this is
There's no way in
right.
hell being the age I am now or being your age now, Dwayne. Could you see yourself with a 14-year-old little girl? That's what I mean. See what I'm
What the
saying?
fuck?
Like
I
you're the
when I
age
was
now that I
18,
was.
when I was 18, I would go 2 years younger. My rule of thumb is when I date anybody, watch this shit.
Now I
Watch.
could see maybe
I
if you
go
were
2 years
18.
older. This is what I do when I date anybody. I go 2 years older, 2 years younger. Because the rule of
Right.
consent in Ohio, once you hit
And I
16
have
now,
and that's actually a really good theory. And I'll tell you why. Because I have a high school
can I
generation
finish
theory.
what I was going to say real quick?
Yeah, Ohio has a rule of consent. Most states are that
So
way. That's
16,
18 within 2 years.
yeah, if you can only go up at 16, you can't go down.
Right.
But when I was
Well, no, at
18,
16 you could go down. You could date a 14 or 12-year-old. They're not going to come after you for that until you're 18.
if you have sex with a 14-year-old, no, they'll get you for
No, they won't. You're not an adult.
age of consent. Growing Mohegan, there was registered sex offenders
Mm,
in Mohegan. Jude was 12 and she was 12, and they charged them both
what? See, that's that bullshit. See,
because
I
it's
don't
not
think
at
you
the
should be
age
able
of
to charge for kids.
because
So
it's not
what?
at the
There,
age of
I
consent.
don't give a shit about an age of consent. If they choose to do that, there is no fucking age of consent. They're both
I
12.
lost.
There's no
I
age of
lost.
consent.
I truly lost my virginity at 11 with a 14.
Right. See, and I could see that.
No,
That's
I
not
was
too
12. I was 12.
and I could okay, and I don't find that too crazy because I'm going to tell you why. I have a high school generation theory. So I believe that a lot of people have things in common based on, like, let's say you were in your class, right? Within 4 years of your high school class, if you date someone outside of that, you're going to find that the routines they had were different. You're going to find out what was popular at the time was different. You're going to find out different things shaped their time, right? And so
Right?
I do believe that it is harder. Um, not that people with age gaps can't be together, right? Because love is love, right? But I do think that you will have more in common with somebody who was around your high school generation, so to speak, within the 4 years of you being in school, somewhere, if they were even a freshman when you were a senior. But within
That's
that
how
high
me
school
and Kenzie work.
generation, you have a lot of connection. You know what I mean? In that high
That's how
school
me and
generation.
Kenzie
Yeah.
work. I'm 22. She's 21. I was a senior. She was a junior.
Right.
Julie, and I think part of the reason me and Julie didn't work out is I was graduated. She was just getting ready to graduate high school and well. And here's the thing: she was graduating college as well on top of high school because her school did the early college program where they can get
Oh,
their
the
associate's
PSEO.
degree. Yeah,
Yeah.
get their associate's degree on top of their diploma.
Yeah, because a lot of schools in America, I'll clarify
Well, they
this for
took
Total
that
Bagel
away now.
Bonds. Well, most states have PSEO still. Ours does, where they'll let you get post secondary education. You can be in high school around 10th grade, and they start letting you go to a local community college, and they let you start taking classes. And then you can get credits towards your college diploma and towards the classes that you want, and to
Or
where
you
you can even
graduate
get,
right there.
or you could graduate high school earlier because it counts for
Well,
your
no,
credits for high
both.
school. That's what I
Both.
mean. Or it counts for
Yeah,
your credits as high school and college at the same time. So
where you get both degrees
you get both
at
credits for the both at the same time.
well,
Yeah.
the way Julie worked is when before she graduated high school, she got her college degree.
Right. Yeah,
Julie has an
she
associate's
shouldn't have been
degree.
able to. She shouldn't have been able to do that
The
legally because
way
legally you got to graduate high school first before they can give you a
the
degree.
way the way that McKinley, the way that Timken did it is they had their early college program where you started doing 2 years of college right there for your associate's. They went to school 2 days a week at the college, and that was it. 10th grade. because them college credits were also working as their high school credits because
I'm
they were still
cracking
doing
up.
basic, because they were still doing their basic math, their math and everything, from the college, and the college was reporting that back. So Julie
Right.
has an associate's degree in arts and science.
Oh, okay.
That's her.
Which is, it's
actual
a free
associate's
degree. Well, and it's a free
Right, it's
degree, and
free,
that's what's cool
and they
about the
pay for it.
PSEO program. And the school does pay for it, and that is cool for people, who are self starters and who are ready to keep going in school, because it allows you to get a free degree. Otherwise, you got to pay for
Yep.
that shit.
So
And
when
so
Julie graduated, she actually got to attend with the graduating class. She got her little degree before they mailed her, her actual degree. And then 2 days later, that week, she graduated high school.
Oh, right. Okay, that's why
So
they let her do it.
Yep. And they offered this program to kids in the 10th grade every year.
Yep.
So they were having kids graduate college, so they were set forever what they wanted to do right there after high school. So they set them up for success to have that degree.
Yeah, because that looks pretty good to be 18 with an associate's degree. You're walking out of the door with a degree. That's something that you could have started your career. You could have started your career, or at least tried to get into it, from day one.
And she busted her ass.
How come she don't do nothing with it?
Because she was going to go in to be a journalist, but she had to start off. She was going to have to start off really small for like a newspaper company, and work her way up.
She could have made something like FRN.
Well, and then she got pregnant.
So,
and there was
how come she works at a factory? Like, I just want to know why she has a degree but works at a factory. Like,
because
I guess not anymore, but you know what I mean.
Well, she was making a shit ton at the factory, dude. She was making almost 1,000 to 2,000 every 2 weeks.
I get that, but like with a degree, you could set yourself up for success higher.
And she's
That's all I'm trying to say.
She's talking about going back to school.
I think she should at least try to use what she's got. I think she should use what she's got first.
Dude, if she comes here to the FRN, my ass is out the fucking door. Like, fuck that. You better not.
She can make her own FRN. I didn't say she was coming here. I said she could make her own FRN. I did not say she could come here. What I said was she could make her own.
Oh, I thought you said she can come here, and I'm going like, are you fucking
No, I said, why didn't she make her own, like, FRN? Like, if that's what she really wanted to do. You know what I mean? Like, I just find it always interesting. That's why I don't think that degrees are that important, in my opinion, because honestly, it's just a piece of paper. Half the people don't even do shit with it. You know what I mean? Half the people pay for the shit and go in debt for the rest of their lives. And
when I dropped out of college, I went back and just got my certificates because my major was going to be medical studies, which would have been EMS and fire. But when I went back and got my certificates, it was only an 8-week class instead of a 2-year fucking thing. It was an 8-week class for each one. Well, besides the paramedic one was
probably a year and a half. I think it's like 18 months.
No, I think ours did it in 12 months.
Sounds about right. They're always trying to cut off extra time.
So I had my paramedic degree at the age of 20.
Right.
Did I ever get to that point in my job? No, fuck
no. No, but that doesn't matter. Well, yeah, but EMT is basic. That's the first level.
You have basic, you have medic, and then you have paramedic.
See, that's what I'm saying. You work your way up in journalism until you hit the Washington Post, so you don't even have to be a journalist anymore. That's why I don't strive to be the next Washington Post. That's why I don't strive to be CNN. That's why I don't strive to be any of these other people, because you know what?
I actually had an offer because I think a news agency seen a couple of my videos on here covering coronavirus.
Right.
One guy from the local place.
I've never been offered shit, and I do a pretty damn good broadcast. But here's the deal.
Keaton guys asked me if I wanted to join their team if I had any training really in this. And I looked at him, I said, fuck your station, fuck your reporters, lying ass son of a bitches. I'm sticking with the FRN where it's the truth, and nothing but the truth and fact.
Facts. Big facts. Okay, because that's the only reason why I don't think I'll ever like sell out. Maybe I'll turn like my operation like an Alex Jones, an independent organization, media organization. You know, that's really kind of my goal. I don't ever want to be censored. I don't ever want to have to deal with the FCC. I don't ever want to have to deal with all that shit. Yeah, there is for any three number total, you put in like 111 on Google, 111 coronavirus cases, 222 or whatever, but you use like a 3-digit number and you can find a story for just about any number you want for COVID stories. And I find that that's really fascinating and interesting because what are the actual odds of when you type in 222 coronavirus cases, there actually being 222 coronavirus cases in
I want
all
to
these
look this.
different places.
I want to try this.
Go look it up. You haven't seen that yet? Because that had been going around maybe like 3 to 4 weeks ago in my medical freedom circles. That
So
this
what
was
am
a
I typing
thing.
in?
Pick any 3-digit number and type in like COVID-19 cases
I'll do
or COVID death or
376.
COVID deaths. Yeah, COVID deaths.
376. COVID
Deaths.
coronavirus in Ohio. 376 more positive coronavirus cases.
See? See?
What the fuck? Total bag of bonds. Not total bag of bonds.
Or that was MGTOW. Yeah, MGTOW told. See, but we found this out a couple weeks ago, and we were like, "What the shit? Like, how is there numbers for like every number you put in? Like, what do you mean?"
Hold on, I'm gonna do 278. Travis County reports 2 coronavirus cases, 278 new cases. That's a 5 days ago. What the fuck?
Yeah. You could pick any number and that shit will pop up. No
Give
bullshit.
me a number, Scarlett. Give me a number.
Okay, I will give you 732.
730. COVID. State Arkansas Online, July 25th reports. State reports 732 new COVID-19 cases. Death toll rise to 399. Or there is Indiana COVID-19 deaths at 1,678, including 732 more cases.
Ta-da!
Someone in the audience that's watching, give me a number because this is interesting. It's going to keep my mind busy.
Yeah. Chat, give us a number. Everybody give us a 3-digit number that we're gonna go see. Just to try to test this theory. We're gonna push it, to the extreme, right? So give us a 3-digit number in chat. There's a few of you guys watching, so I want to see numbers in chat.
Yeah, there's 4 people watching, and I only see one person commenting.
And that's all we can see too, because I guess if other people are watching on different platforms, we won't be able to see that either.
Bro, can we give MGTOW the fucking login, like the fucking link somehow?
You could, you could probably copy the link to it and then put it in the chat.
The YouTube chat?
Because it'll only work. Yeah, it'll only work for this broadcast.
Okay, well, you've yelled at me for almost doing that before.
No, because all you gotta do is copy it from there, from the from your screen, and then put it in YouTube chat.
Just doing it from right here.
So we got MGTOW with 444. So let's go look that up first.
444.
And I'll copy this and I'll put it in the chat while we're.
June 22nd, no Utah COVID cases. Deaths, 440 new COVID cases. Now let me look at deaths. That way.
Okay.
444 new COVID cases, 6 new deaths. All right, then I got 666.
Okay, so if you guys want to join, there goes the link.
For YouTube. Wow.
I only sent it there.
One new COVID-19 death in Wichita County. Total cases now at 666. I hate that fucking
Isn't it
number.
weird? Isn't it weird though? Like, every number you come up with,
Total
they
vagabond.
have those numbers. Like,
Total
and I get
vagabond.
that.
I'm
And
cutting
it's
your dick
all
off.
it and not only that, it's all within like the last week. You know, when you look them up, they're not like a month ago, they're not 2 months ago. It's like right now. You
Bro,
know what
I'm
I
gonna
mean? Because
die
that's
on
what,
Tuesday.
why?
I'm gonna die on Tuesday.
Why are you dying on Tuesday?
90-degree fucking weather.
I'm sorry. It's
It's
been
gonna
cold up here.
today's gonna be the coolest at 77, with the bottom
Mm,
number being 57.
it's pretty cold here.
I want someone to join. It's
Um,
been me and Scarlett since fucking TLO left us.
I know.
By the way,
Teal did
guys,
leave us.
I'm starting a new fund for TLO. Go into the tribute button if you want to tribute to help TLO. Me and Scarlett get TLO a new phone.
Well, Scarlett would like a new phone first, but
You get a new phone.
I mean, I don't know how great it'll be. Where'd you go? Are you still there?
I'm here.
Okay. I thought I lost you for a second. Okay, I was
I'm
trying to look
looking
up.
up Pam's
I
number.
was looking up what the damn temperature was. God damn it. Why won't it let me? I'm having such a hard time.
476.
Yeah, currently right now it's like 57 degrees. It's actually been quite cool. And then today is supposed to be like 77.
All right, Pam. Taiwan coronavirus, 476 cases and 7 deaths. Scarlett, where'd you go? I lost fucking Scarlett.
Still here.
Bro, I lost
Bye.
you for a good fucking second.
Yeah, that's because it like was doing that shit when like you look at something else and it doesn't like it. So, you know.
I got Pam's for Taiwan. Then,
Isn't that odd,
Mikto.
Gene? That's what I'm
What?
saying.
Hold on a minute. Jen, Mikto, Vagabonds, Pam, one of you click that fucking link and get on here.
Dwayne, you're so pushy. But I did
We
not
have
know
been
that
alone.
Vietnam. That's okay, Dwayne. Did you know that Vietnam only has 100 million people and only one COVID death? Now that's
Fuck
very
Vietnam.
interesting. No, I just want to know. No, you should ask a question there, Dwayne. What is
I'm jealous.
Vietnam doing? I know I know you are. I know you are. And what is that something on my face? What is that? Is like dirt? What is
So,
that? What
bro,
is
so listen
that?
to this.
Some melasma? Like
Photo,
what is that?
photo in the first day of school in Paulding County, and none of the kids wore a mask.
Did you see that in that picture in Georgia where like kids were like in the hallway and they were like squished? Yeah, that one. That's the one I was thinking about. But you see like somebody wearing a mask. There's somebody like there was like one kid.
One person out of all the kids in there not wearing a mask. I
Okay, but
support them
okay, if
kids.
you were think about it. You're 13, 14. That's about how old these kids look because they said middle school, right? Think about it. It could be your first day of middle school or your like next year back. Think about how you were in 7th grade. You want to impress the boys. You want to look cute. You've got your new outfits. You know, like who's going to wear a mask? Masks ain't cute. I mean, they have some cute ones, but masks ain't cute.
Bro,
Like,
can I ask the next question?
I heard in Georgia that a chick said that she was talking to her friend who does like kindergarten. I'm about to cry because it's just so funny. Um, the kids were licking each other's masks in kindergarten and giving them back to each other.
Bro,
You
so
cannot put kids in masks in school. They're children.
can I
They're
ask a question?
children. Huh?
Why is it that women always get told don't have sex if you're not ready to have a kid, but men never get told that?
It's a double standard that should change. Men are just as responsible.
Hey, fucking men! I had to do with the wrong person. I said
Damn.
that on air.
Yeah, you did. Damn. You can't change it though, because then you wouldn't have him. So would you
I
want to
love my
change
son.
that? Exactly. So you
You know
wouldn't want
what?
to change that.
And you know what? Another thing is all these states are trying to say that you have to have sex wearing a mask. Now, let me tell you this, Scarlett. I need you to be
Or
completely quiet. I'm going on my soapbox.
was it Environment Canada or was it in the UK or was it the
UK,
NHS?
I read it. I
With the
read the whole
glory
thing.
holes? With the glory holes? With the door? Y'all. No, come
Bro, let
on
me go on my
now.
rant. Look, goddammit. Here's the thing about this, and I'm going to go on a fucking rant. Look, I am in the BDSM community. I practice kinks. I do all
Hold
fucking
on,
everything with that.
let's hold on, we're gonna make this okay, rant time.
Listen, she singles me out because she knows I'm about to go on a fucking. Now look,
It's true.
now watch
Mcdo,
your
it's
shit.
true.
If you're being intimate with that person, you want to kiss that person, how the fuck does that make sense? You know your mask is going to get fucking soaking wet where the paper's going to break open because during
Hell,
sex
yeah,
you
the
sweat
sweat,
so fucking much. You sweat so.
right? Try to
Let
put
me
a
tell you,
blanket over your head. Try to put a blanket over your head during sex.
man, try using like a fucking gag ball and having to put the fucking mask over your mouth. It's not gonna fucking work.
Well, I feel like a gag ball might help, like mask. Or you could put on one of those BDSM hoods, like the latex or leather hoods.
Yeah, but they still have the mouth open.
Some of them have like little tiny holes that you could put like a little filter on.
Ooh, at least and I know Scarlett's in the fucking kinky shit now.
Shut up.
You know what? But here's my
Dwayne.
thing: don't fucking tell people how to have sex. Stay the fuck out of motherfuckers' relationships. Like I don't need.
Have you heard? Hold on, I gotta come back for this. Have you heard in the north of the UK, and it's like in like, I think it was like Lancashire, Yorkshire, and a couple other areas. They're saying you can't even have sex with someone if they're not in your home. Okay, and so let's say you know I'm dating someone, or let's say me and Mr. Tyre didn't live together, right? And Mr. Tyre lives at his place, I live at mine. I'm not allowed to go to
Right?
Mr. Tyre's house. But guess where we are allowed to go? A hotel, a campsite, a bed and breakfast. Okay, now why is that?
Or a
Why?
hotel, or a hostel.
Yeah, why is that okay? But at my own home, it's not because that's considered a gathering of two or more people. But yet, they even are controlling daycare to say that you can't just drop your child off at a family member's house. They have to be an accredited child care
Oh, stop,
provider.
stop. Hold on,
Hmm.
stop.
What?
I'm gonna give you a harsh reality. You wanna know how these kids are transported?
Oh
Boxes
yeah.
taped to the
Yeah.
ground. The person's friend is a customs agent,
Yeah,
and
it's
he
called
said
live
the
art.
hardest time is that.
It's
But
how they
back to the
legally
fucking
ship them.
and now back to the fucking rant. Like, look, I don't want my mom getting in my relationship and my sex life. What the fuck makes you think I want the goddamn fucking federal government in my sex life? It doesn't matter where I put my fucking dick.
They care. They care.
It doesn't matter who fucking spreads their legs. Leave people the fuck alone. And I just threw my phone. Thanks. Got it hit the ground. I am so sick of COVID-19 trying to fucking dictate how everyone's gonna fucking act. Let me tell you something. If someone wants to be intimate and go all their fucking tongue all in their mouth and shit, that's on them. Me
Yeah, you want to
personally,
lick
I have
assholes? That's good for you too. Like, good for you. Play on, playa. Like, I just don't understand why the government has decided that, and this is why libertarians, and this is why I'm a libertarian, this is why libertarians always said we're trying to keep the government out of our bedrooms. Because they were trying, and people were like, the government's not trying to come in your bedroom. Blah. Bullshit.
Mikta
Yeah,
said
they
they
are.
love you. Mikta said they love you, LOL.
Mm.
The federal
But
government wants to see some of that ass, Scarlett.
shut up, Dwayne. Um, you're so stupid.
Hey, I got
Um,
you to laugh though, so shut up.
you did. You did. That was funny. I'll give you that. That was funny. They do though. They want you to sell your ass to them.
Bro,
Is
you
really what they want.
walk out to Mr. Tire one day,
Hmm?
you go like this, the government wants to be in our bedroom. They want to see that fucking dick.
You're stupid, Dwayne.
It's true though. They probably fucking find a thermal drone around, seeing who else fucking. I'm like, oh, there's a couple fucking. Oh
Well, see,
wait, he
that's
had
what I
her
mean.
flipped
Like, then,
over
then what are
backwards
they going to
fucking.
do? Are they going to try to come after people? See, that's what I'm concerned about. Will this turn into basically policing every aspect of our lives, including like when you're intimate? Like, are there going to be rules from the government that you can only, be intimate every so often? Or, they started coming out with these hoods and shields that look like Handmaid's Tale. I don't know
Are
how
you
many people
going
have
to
watched
put a
Handmaid's
chastity
Tale.
belt on me and take it off, and you want me to have sex?
I know. Dang it. Hold on.
Like, I'm sorry, federal government. I'm gonna say it on here. I'm a fuck my fiance and Doja can't fucking move no more without a mask. Cause I'm a fucking OG. Scarlet left, or it's possibly waiting on Mr.
No.
Tire for work.
Yeah, that's what's going on. So I'm trying to
You
do
know,
that.
and here's my thing. It's like I'm asthmatic, so wait, you want me to put a mask on while I'm having sex? I'm gonna have an issue breathing because I'm panting and moaning, and you want me to die from it?
They just want to control what you're doing.
Look, if I
This
want
is
to go
a
fuck,
this is a mechanism of control,
look, if
right?
I want to go
And
fuck my fiance on a park bench, I'm gonna go fuck my fiance on a park bench
well, I don't know if I'd be doing all that, but
in the
what I will
woods. In
say,
the woods.
in the woods,
Oh, you've
in
never
the
had sex in the
woods,
woods?
I have, but it's been a while. I was like 15. Okay.
There was a park bench in the woods, dude. Being in nature and having sex is the greatest fucking thing ever.
I mean, I could see that. I could see that.
You're in tune
I
with
could see
yourself and nature.
that. Attune with yourself and nature. Okay, I'll take that. I could see that though.
Well, wait,
Um,
no, I'm wrong. You're in tune with you, the person you're having sex with, and nature. I'm sorry.
right. I just try to not be. I don't know. I'm not an exhibitionist. That's not my jam. Um,
Oh no,
yeah,
I was
that's
in the 10.
it's not my jam.
I was in the 10, so I'm good. But it was still in the
Okay,
woods.
well, in the woods in a tent is different. There's privacy.
Nah.
I watched a little documentary earlier today that was like about like transgender sex workers in Paris, and it was interesting because like they had like little tents in the woods set up, and like they're allowed to like park in like a park, and they had like a whole little cul-de-sac of like vans, and all the vans were set up like shaggin' wagons, and they would have like people just come up to them and be like, "Yo, what's up? How much?" And then they would go in the back of their little shaggin' wagon and do the damn thing. And I was like, "Whoa!" Like it's a whole new world over
You
there.
know, I'm
Like,
gonna tell you this. We have a sex shop here. It's called the Body Shop.
oh right, we
It's
talked about Sex World.
you can
We
get
talked.
a
Remember when
membership
we talked
card.
about Sex World with Tim?
Yeah.
Sex
You
World's our
have
big like shop up here. It's open
no,
24
but you
hours.
know no, but watch this. You get a membership card. And this place is to meet people, fuck,
Ask
have a good
Bill Gates
time.
if you can have sex. I swear to God, that's what it's gonna be next. Like you
Will
gotta put
you
in a
stop
request on Microsoft.
interrupting
Microsoft.
me?
Shut up, Dwayne. You interrupt me like all the goddamn time. And
You know
then the
what,
one
bitch? I'm
time
gonna
I'm
smack the shit
interrupting
out of
you,
you.
Dwayne, I will shut you down. Do not play. Do not play.
Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Oh, I'm on a roll. I'm sorry.
Eyeball. All you get is the eyeball, Dwayne. No, you can't do it like me.
Dude, we both have brown eyes.
I know. Mine are darker than yours though. Mine
Fuck
are
off.
really dark.
No, like I was fucking saying, You get a membership card. They got to approve you and everything. You got to upload a picture of you and your couple. And I had one when I was Julian. We went in there, dude.
Ooh, you know what? That's my
had,
new
like,
thing for side eye. Look, net side eye.
and they have this thing called the Big Bang. We went in there on that night, and it's 40, 50 naked fucking people fucking. And they had couches everywhere, dude. You could fuck whoever couple you want.
And I mean, okay, that's cool and all, but here's my deal. When you start affecting like potential family procreation, when you start affecting people's like mental health, they started talking about people on Tinder hooking up.
But they all bought tickets for it. Like, you don't have to participate if you don't want to.
Right, which events like that are cool, I guess. You know what I mean? Whatever. That's not my bag.
It's for people, like if you have a threesome.
I don't think I'd even want to watch people. I don't want to watch people have sex. Like, I just don't.
Bro, I went in there and just masturbated the one day to it. I'm not even gonna lie.
Like, okay, I get that, but you're not participating. Like,
it's basically like a big gangbang.
See, I'm not down with the gangbangs. Okay, just not down with the gangbangs. It's not my speed, man. It's not my bag. Like,
this is. I'm not. Never mind. I'm not gonna tell her sexual.
And no, you're not.
I can get sued for that. Never mind.
Let's cool that off. Your opinion only. But what I do think though is that once we start like actually changing the culture, because what they're asking for, what they're telling people to change is going to change the culture. How do you even meet someone now? This is something that we've talked about with TLO quite a bit too. Like, how do you even go out and meet someone or have a meaningful relationship? Like, I really do feel bad for all the single people out there who really want a relationship or are looking for Mr. Right or Mrs. Right, or finally thought this was going to be their year to get married or meet somebody or change their life.
I'm in a BDSM group, and it allows couples to hook up, because it's an 18 plus group. So you can look, and start vetting people and everything to be in a relationship.
MGTOW said I didn't like octopus till I tried it. Okay, MGTOW, I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind.
So like I've seen a lot of couples in the year that have done that have been married from this site. It's how me and Kenzie got back together. It's how we got reconnected and together. So I'm really talking to TLO right now. I'm actually downloading Facebook.
Yes, I think that would be a good idea. And he needs to like friend people that he knows and friend people, you know what I mean? Like, you never know where that connection can end up.
Well, Facebook has a dating app on it now too.
It does, and it does pick people kind of around you, and just meeting people through mutual friends helps.
So if I can talk to TLO about literally downloading it just for the fuck's sake of the dating app, just friend me and you.
Yeah, for sure.
And just fuck it.
Yeah, I'm sure I could maybe even find him somebody if he was on Facebook, because I could be like, yo, here's my cool, awesome friend, and these are the good things about him.
You need to get pictures and shit from TLO of him, get what he likes and everything, and send them to your friend and go like,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Total Vague, but that's just not my cup of tea. I would rather, if I see, because I'm picky. I'm picky though, so like I don't just want to like have sex with randos. Like, oh, I did not see your post. Someone was watching you through your phone camera while you were peeing. What kind of voyeurism is this? See, that shit I'm talking about. See, this is why it's not my cup of tea to watch other people. Because, see, then you open up the door for some weird ass shit like that, where somebody be sneaking in your phone camera watching you and shit. I did not see that post.
That's why I told you, and like watch this, right? Like, so I'll give y'all an example.
Hold on.
Mr. Tire, wake your fucking ass up, dude. Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Guys, but like I was saying though, it's like when you start, get out and meet yourself.
I said he never wakes up. He's literally sleeping in the bed right next to me while I'm yelling, while we having this whole show. He's knocked the fuck out. Like that's the way he works.
You should show Mr. Tire on camera.
Not while he's sleeping. That's inappropriate. That's why I sit at the angle. That's why I sit at the angle I always do, because he literally is laying like an inch next to me. And so I just would think that, would you want somebody showing you while you were sleeping? Like, I just don't think that. And he doesn't really want to. He doesn't want to really be on camera. That's not his thing. I mean, he was on camera for the riots, but that's about it.
And I'll say this, like with me being a part of the BDSM community, I don't want the
I'll have
government.
to go look for that.
And I'm going to say this, like with me being a part of the BDSM community, I don't want the government seeing what I'm doing in my bedroom, because you're going to see ropes, you're going to see this, you're going to see that, you're going to see that I'm doing this, you're going to see that I'm doing that to her, and I don't want to get in trouble and accused of rape. Oh,
right.
Oh, they're raping her. No, wait, we're into a fucking geeky ass fucking
Peanut Gallery #2.
Right. And
yeah, like, I know. Mr. Tire's not going to be Mr. Tire anymore after Friday.
Why?
So I don't know what we do about that, because he's quitting his jobs because we're moving. Yeah, Friday's his last day.
When are you guys actually moving?
Probably closer to September, but we'd like to have him have a job by September.
Why is he quitting his job now?
We can't, because we gotta pack up this whole house. And it'd be easier if he wasn't working every day.
Right, and but like I was saying though, is like
we're fine, like financially, to take a break for a while, so it's not a big deal.
No, MG, they're still staying in Minnesota. But like I was saying,
no, but we're moving 2 hours north of where we are now, so it is, a pretty big move.
Like I was saying, and the federal government's going to see shit that people do, because there's a lot of people around the U.S. that are into the BDSM community.
Correct.
And like, so I'm going to give an example of something me and Kenzie did. I've talked about it, tied her up, gagged her, and I fucking held her there with shit on her. They see that, they're like, oh, he's raping her. I'm going to have cops in here, guns blazing.
Well, see, that's just it. I think that's what it's going to end up being, is like picking apart like specific acts and what specifically people are doing. More so.
Right,
yeah, that's Dwayne's life. But I think that's
50 Shades of Grey forcing him into it, though, like he did.
Well, yeah, because I mean that was bullshit. And Red and I did a whole show. Red and I did a literal whole show about why 50 Shades of Grey is bullshit. Like we did a whole show about it.
And Mel's and I can say this too, because we were just about to do the all box sex show. Mel's the one Mel's the one currently training me right now to help do the shit that I'm doing with Kenzie, to help me talk to her about.
Yeah, because I mean, you should have a mentor in something like that, because I do think that, just thinking that what's okay could be dangerous, because there are important factors that I don't think regular people think about when they think about, the BDSM world and what that is. Right, is that there's hold on, let me say one thing, that there's a whole world of before and aftercare. Okay. And it's not just as simple as performing the act. Pre-care.
Like aftercare. Pre-care is like talking to them about it, making sure they're okay with it, trying to figure out where boundaries are. Like then you have like, not me and Cassie, and they're called sessions, because they don't happen all the time. And then there's the aftercare, and then there's like dom drop and sub drop, or like the dom drop is basically where, he sees bruises, he sees marks, he sees that he's done this, and like the dom just goes into another mode.
Mm-hmm.
They get depressed, they start getting worried, and sometimes the sub has to clean shit up, and they'll ask, like, do you want me to clean this up? Do you want to talk about it? And then aftercare is whether you put, the person that you did stuff to in a bath, you just lay there and cuddle, you lay there and talk. you actually do like more intimate, like be more intimate sexually with each other without any of the toys.
And I think it's a deeper level too, because I think people think BDSM, oh, that's just we tie each other up, we whip each other with chains. No, actually, it can be honestly quite more in depth and quite more intimate and quite more learning about the other person because you actually sit and talk. And therapeutic because you actually sit and talk about what you liked, what you didn't like, maybe what you would like next time. And how many people, even in just a non BDSM relationship, have that much communication about sexual relations? Let's be honest.
Like every time me and Kenzie are done,
go ahead.
What
I'm
did
still
you
here.
like about it? What could have we both done differently? We always start off with the pros of it. Like, what did you like during what we did? And she's asked and she said during our talks, like, I would like you to go buy more stuff. I've ordered more stuff off of Adam and Eve. Never again, because even a simple vibrator was $35 fucking. Fuck that. I'll go to Amazon.
You didn't have a coupon code?
No. Fucking Adam and
Why
Eve
didn't you get a coupon?
They got
They
fucking
didn't get
rid of their coupon codes after fucking COVID-19 because they lost so much fucking business.
You lying.
Fucking Ambiance done stop sending me fucking coupon codes.
I'll try to find you some codes because there's always a way to find codes, and it's like 50% off. Like I would not pay full price for anything.
I got a fucking Amazon now and get my shit. It's here within 2 days.
Well, yeah, I've been had Amazon, but like Adam and Eve gives you 50% off when you get the codes. So like you don't pay full price for something. Like, no. You get it off your whole order too.
So like, I go into like Ambiance.
But that was the one thing that I was saying though, is like it's that's what it's about though. I think that in the communication, and this is why they're trying to break down modes of communication. Because what's one way that a lot of people express themselves? Especially, right. And so if we can shut that down, then you shut down creative outlet, you shut down interactions. It's not expensive as shit if you have a code. I will never order shit without a code. Where are you guys spending all this money? Because I've always had a 50% off code that fucking takes all my shit and cuts that shit in half.
Watch this. Like within the BDSM community, there's different types of sex. There's hate sex. There's pissed off sex. There's like
which I don't understand that. If I'm mad at you, the last motherfucking thing I want you to do is touch me.
It's weird.
Touch me in any type of sexual manner because I literally might punch you in the fucking face. So I just don't understand that.
And I want everybody to know this
with
too. In BDSM, everybody thinks the dominant person, the one that's doing the acts to the other people,
will order through me. Yeah, I'll get you guys. Send me an email, stationmanager@freedomrevolutionnetwork.com. I will find your ass a coupon code, okay? I'll find you a coupon code.
And
that is Scarlett's promise to you that I will find you a coupon code.
You can send them directly to me in my fucking phone.
Well, yeah, I can do that. But I'm just saying, because I just feel like nobody should have to pay full price for some of these things. Like, no. And they send you free movies, and they send you all types of crap. I haven't ordered shit since I was maybe like 21, but I still feel like there's shit like, well, actually, no, I lied. I looked maybe like 2 months ago at some stuff, and because I had heard a commercial. Well, no, I had heard a commercial on the radio. So I was like, oh, they're still around. Let me go check it out.
And I was saying this, is like, everyone thinks the Dom's in control. I'm going to say that right now. That's 100% false. False.
Well,
the submissive actually has 100% control of everything that you do.
Right. But I just think it's different ways. I think at this point we just have to be careful because, a lot of themes that have been brought to us have been, set up. And I try not to kink shame, but sometimes it happens.
And I think with Mr. Tire waking up, my counselor's getting ready to call me. I think this is where I'm going to end it because I've been on here for 4 hours again.
Oh, yeah. Good timing.
But guys, I think we're going to end it tonight. I think tonight, when my son goes to bed, I think me and Scarlett will actually divulge more And I think tonight we're going to have more of a BDSM conversation and divulge more since people are actually entertained in it. And do like
Mhm.
and talk about it. I want to get Red on here too.
McDo knows the hooker that created her own sex coupons. Yes, discount, free
But
market,
guys,
baby.
this is going to be the end of the show tonight. Guys, I love each and every one of you. I do want to say thank you, Scarlett, for this amazing opportunity to be on here.
Thanks, Dwayne.
I love the Freedom Revolution Network. I love the people who come and watch. Y'all don't know how much that means, and I'm not sitting here talking to myself. I'm still not comfortable doing it by myself.
We do appreciate you guys. I know you're not, and we do appreciate you guys. Without you, the Freedom Revolution Network could not be what it is.
Right.
We appreciate every single one of you that donate every month. There's a lot of you who do subscriptions. So we appreciate you guys for that.
Right.
You too can have a subscription if you go to freedomrevolutionnetwork.com, click the donate tab, and then there is a monthly contribution button.
And I'm going to say this. I've got a couple emails this week. Asking why don't I do a show, by myself.
Right.
Or I've had people ask me on the show. I have social anxiety. So doing this by myself is not the best thing because I can't ever because my mind bounces from topic to topic to topic, and then I lose my show completely. I don't know.
It is hard for me. I've done that a couple times, but then I'm just like, whatever. It's fine. It's fine.
And Scarlett's actually called me in the middle of the night and asked me to come on with her because Red hasn't been able to get on. But Scarlett, you want to give your famous
love.
You want to give your famous exit?
I will. Well, and thank you, Migto. We love you too.
We love you, Migto.
Yeah, thanks, Total Vagabonds. We appreciate you over there on the Emerald Isles in Ireland. And so, with that being said, from the land of 10,000 lakes, good night, universe.
From the seas to the skies, and from the East Coast, good night, y'all.